You have Sally.
All right, thanks. Sally, you're up in about 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
Thirty
30
seconds.
seconds, traffic and weather. Barbara's outside the station, clearly.
Should just swapped
She's
her
in
for
the-
grass cam.
She's in the parking lot.
It'll look weird if her and Joe were in the same spot. Set for traffic.
Set for traffic.
Welcome back. We do have a road closure in Akron, Lancaster
Is that
County,
one?
Route 272 at Evergreen Street here. Dispatchers tell me it involves 2 vehicles. One of them is overturned. Use caution in that area. You will have to take an alternate route. As we head into York County, Route 30
Yeah,
East
a lot of
at
boxes.
Crates Creek Road, also a crash reported there, but I'm not seeing any heavy delays, although it is blocking. In Lebanon County, here's something to watch for if you commute near the Palmyra area. This is to take place Friday at 7 a.m. Route 422 will close in both
Loosen up,
directions
tilt down.
in Palmyra, and that
And
is
the left.
closed for inspection of that depression in the westbound lanes there. And here is your detour. If you commute on Lingle
20.
Avenue to Palmyra Road, then take Route 322 to 934, and it is expected to reopen at the end of the day on Friday, or it could stay closed for repairs. But otherwise, checking in quickly on the Beltway here, not too bad. Traffic
Yes.
steady, but it is moving on the South Bridge. That's your Lancaster Toyota
So,
traffic report. Not a Joe with the forecast.
Hot one out there. There are a few storms, Brittany, mostly up to the north. You can see a few up toward the Selinsgrove area and parts of the Schuylkill Valley. If you're heading up 81, you may see that up toward the 80 mark up around Lewisburg. And again, they're few and far between, but there are some storms, and they're trying to move southeast, but as they do, they kind of die out, and it's kind of what we suspect. Tomorrow, same story. Storms out west. Most of us hot, humid, near 90 degrees, 93 in D.C. and Baltimore, near 90 all the way to Allentown and State
About a
College,
minute,
probably
Sally.
in the mid-80s. For here in Susquehanna Valley, warm, sticky evening. Can't rule out that stray isolated thunder shower over the next couple of hours. Then mostly clear and down near 70 overnight tonight. Mostly
Transition
sunny,
pack
hot,
today.
humid day tomorrow near 90.
10.
Looks like we've got a couple more. I'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Joe. Next on News 8 at 5.
Charged with abducting a 4-year-old girl from her Waynesboro area home,
All right,
Franklin
open at
County
3.
man enters a formal plea in court.
Could school snow days be a thing of the past?
3 in
It's
the
possible.
bottom. Sally.
The new
He'll
bill
be
gets
looking
signed by
at
the
3,
governor.
not at
The
2.
vote that could put more radar in the hands of more police patrols.
Hit 90 over the next
So-
couple of days.
Coverage you can count on continues. This is WGAL News 8 at 5.
20 candidates, 2 consecutive nights, facing off in prime time.
Sports.
This
I think
is a
you're
live look at the stage that's all set up for the first
That's
Democratic presidential debate
Except for
tonight
Sally.
in Florida. Good evening, I'm Janelle Stelson.
I'm Kim Lemon. WGAL News 8 Sally Kidd is live in Miami with our Commitment 2020 coverage. So, Sally, what can we expect tonight?
Well, Kim and Janelle, we are coming to you live
Packaging
from the
B.
spin room here just across from that debate venue. Things are about to get very busy. You know, the campaign has been underway for months already, but tonight's debate is really considered the real kickoff of this primary battle. This is the first time voters will get to see these candidates on the same stage answering questions side by side. 10 Democrats introduced themselves to a nationwide audience from this stage tonight.
2 to British for
Leading
Kim,
questions and
3
drawing
Senator Janelle.
contrasts. Elizabeth Warren, front and center, linked by Cory Booker and Beto O'Rourke.
A lot of the candidates are trying to have a very viral moment, but we are suggesting to everybody that they just tell their story for the first time to the American people.
The Democratic Party choosing Florida, a key battleground Hillary Clinton lost in 2016 for this first matchup. In Miami's Little Havana neighborhood, the politics can get just as heated as a game of dominoes.
In this community, it would be the politics of Venezuela, I would say, and the immigration.
Democrat Eduardo Celorio will be tuning in for answers.
We're going to have universal health care, and we're going to keep the insurance companies. Are we going to lower the cost of medicine?
Some Democratic voters not even close to having their minds made up.
I mean, at this point, I'd vote for my dog over what we have right now, but I'm definitely excited to see what the candidates have to offer.
Tonight's lineup includes only one candidate who's polling in the double digits, and that's Warren.
You want to raise your name recognition. I mean, that's your primary goal for at least half of them.
I think we're going to see choose your socialist, because all of the Democrats, whether on Wednesday night or Thursday night, are advocating for the same ideas, which are far to the left, out of the mainstream.
Now, he won't be on the stage tonight, of course, but we are likely to hear something from President Trump. He's expected to live tweet the debate from Air Force One en route to the G20 summit. Live in Miami, Sally Kidd, WGAL News 8.
The man accused of taking a little girl in the middle of the night in Franklin County has pleaded not guilty.
You're up in about a minute and a half.
WGAL News 8's Ed Weinstock has more from the courthouse in Chambersburg.
Thomas DeWald's formal arraignment was set for 1 p.m., but he never appeared in open court. According to the Franklin County District Attorney's Office, DeWald signed a document where he entered a not guilty plea. We've been told that he remained in a holding cell. DeWald is charged in the alleged kidnapping of a 4-year-old Waynesboro area girl. According to police, he had indecent contact with the child after taking her from the family's home in the middle of the night. Police say DeWald bound her with tape and put her in a wooden chest, but she managed to escape. DeWald will be back in court in August for a status hearing. Prosecutors expect the case to go to trial sometime next year. In Chambersburg, Ed Weinstock, WGAL News 8.
A man wanted for a shooting in York has been arrested in Brooklyn. 34-year-old Maurice Rucker was arrested yesterday. Rucker's charged with aggravated assault in connection with a shooting June 6th on the 600 block of East Market Street. The victim was shot in the leg. And a woman injured in a crash earlier this month in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, has died. Police say 32-year-old Yannette Diaz of Lititz crashed into a home June 13th on Diston View Drive. The car caught fire. Police say alcohol was the primary contributing factor to the crash.
Local police are hoping they may soon be able to use radar to catch speeders following a nearly unanimous vote by the state Senate. WGAL News 8's Barbara Barr is live in Lancaster County with reaction from police.
Police tell us that Pennsylvania is currently the only state in the country that does not allow local departments to use radar. Only state troopers can use it. But municipal police tell me they believe it could be about to change. Manham Township Police Chief Tom Rudzinski shows us the equipment his officers currently use to see if motorists are speeding. He says these tools, though, require more manpower and are more cumbersome than radar. And he says speeding is a problem in the township.
We can clock the car, we can pinpoint the car before it even gets to us, and then be ready to pull them over. And it only requires one police officer.
And the chief believes that radar will make the roads safer, helping his officers out. He says Pennsylvania does have one of the worst crash rates in the country due to speeding. Now, in the past, the state house, though, has rejected this measure, but there is a belief among local police departments that there may be a groundswell of support to change things this time around. We'll see. Live in Lancaster County, Barbara Barr, WGAL News 8.
You're clear, Barb. Thank you.
Could school snow days be a thing of the past? A bill on Governor Tom Wolf's desk may change the way districts look at unexpected school closures by adding flexible instruction days to the calendar. 8 on your side, education reporter Ann Shannon reports from Red Lion.
Red Lion was one of 12 school districts across the state to pilot the Flexible Instruction Day program.
We pulled off 3 flexible instruction days this year with great success.
And leaders at Red Lion are ready for more. The measure would allow districts to use 5 flexible instruction days each school year, so students could continue to cover material even when classrooms are empty. The superintendent here says it's a move that helps to keep students safe and reflects real-world workflow.
Instead of making up a snow day or coming to school when the roads are hazardous or 100 other reasons, maybe the power's out at one of our buildings, we have a water leak, who knows, and we're closed. To say to the children, you get to work from home today.
The superintendent says they have been tracking feedback from parents, students, and teachers. They say so far they have more than 80% positive feedback.
So too.
In Red Lion, Ann Shannon, WGAL News 8.
Some state lawmakers walked out of the Capitol in a dispute over the proposed budget. This is a live look at the Capitol from our Harrisburg Skycam. Senate Democrats walked out for a time over the removal of what is called general assistance from the new budget bill. That's where the state gives up to $200 a month in assistance for some people
Come back to 2 box and weather is next outside.
Or temporary disability. The lawmakers have returned to the Senate chamber where strong debate continues over the budget bill already passed by the State House. WGAL News 8's Jeremy Jenkins will have more on the budget debate coming up in a live report at 5:30.
A hot day across the Susquehanna Valley, as you probably know, including for Elizabeth Q. Rose, who is cooking in her South American-inspired food truck on Hempstead Road, just outside Lancaster. Elizabeth says when it's 90 outside, feels more like 100 in there where she's cooking. Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun is also outside, and it's kind of cooking out there too, eh, Joe?
Yeah, it is. It's a little warm.
Two
A
shots
little
with the quad.
breezy though. That takes the edge off the heat.
Danielle will be
Nothing
next.
unusual
Do we
for
have
this
her?
time of year.
Have her.
80s to low
get a mic check,
90s,
Danielle?
typical summertime heat. Dew points are creeping back up, and the higher the dew points, the more uncomfortable you
Now
are.
we're ready,
Not
great.
much on the radar, although we are picking up a few thunderstorms, like I said,
Thank you.
heading up toward the Schuylkill Valley. A severe
30.
thunderstorm warning up around Selinsgrove.
About 30
That
away.
expires shortly, though. As we go through the evening hours, any of those storms, again, isolated. I'd favor them north. They're probably going to die out. And kind of a warm, mild night overnight tonight. And it looks like the steam continues to build. The first heat wave of the season is underway as we go through the next couple of days. Chances of rain are pretty slim. I'll try and pinpoint a little more on that coming up.
Set Danielle.
In this evening's Community Connection, we are live at Lawns
today
Park
now.
for Fête Blanc in Lancaster.
Well, guests are required to wear all white for this annual celebration, marking the start of summer.
WGAL
Danielle
News 8's
live.
Danielle Woods joins us live.
And Lawns Park has really been transformed into a sea of white. Right now, if you take a look around, you can see a lot of folks here dressed to the nines, and they're decorating their tables and getting those last-minute preparations underway right now. And something's really
Jesus
cool here
next,
at this event.
Navy
We actually
and
have the McCaskey Choir performing right now. So live entertainment at this party. This is the 8th annual Fête Blanc, and this event has really grown over the years. It was 70 people when it first started. Now we're looking at about 3,000. So
20.
the fun is just getting started here. And important to note that this event is also benefiting a good cause. The money raised is going towards
10.
CASA of Lancaster and also the Lancaster Rec. So again, we'll be here all night long watching the parties just keep on going. So we'll have more coming up in the 5:30
Set.
half hour. For now, reporting live in Lancaster, Danielle Woods, WGAL News 8.
Coming up next.
You're clear, Danielle. Thank you.
Can
See you at
Congress
5:30.
come together to pass a bipartisan bill to help with the humanitarian crisis at the border? I'm Aixa Diaz in Washington with today's votes.
And on WGAL News 8 at 5:30, the latest on the Philadelphia refinery that erupted into flames and exploded. Why its owner says it will not reopen.